Hey, welcome in everybody to Tarot Talk Tuesday on Kimbition. This is episode 3, part 2 to my journey into tarot. So I kind of left you off on a little bit of a cliffhanger last time telling you I was trying to prove tarot to be a scam. Well, I mean, most people probably figured I didn't prove it to be a scam or I wouldn't still be doing it. So grab your cup of coffee or their drink, depending on what time you're listening to this. I've got my Mama Bear mug. Dating those younger guys, I got a nickname of Mama Bear. Baby Bear gave that to me. Hi, Baby Bear. He knows who he is. Anyway, so I, needed some guidance, as I told you in the first video. And I was concerned that it wasn't legitimate. Did they just take my money? What is this? Like, I don't want people out here scamming me or anybody else. So that's why I researched, and that's how I was able to do episode 1, all about the history of tarot and where it went, and where it started. And so last episode in my personal journey, I guess it was to keep me busy because of what I was going through. Like, let me prove this a scam, but I didn't prove it a scam. Overall, I did not prove it a scam. Obviously, I still do it. I do it. And I didn't prove that. But I did prove there are people out there that are scam artists that do not really legitimately have their seer skills, their psychic abilities, their special intuition. Some of them don't even know how to read cards. We do have some very gifted ones as well. But that's going to be another tarot talk where I go over all the different abilities and the different types of readers and people out there. And definitely we'll go over further how you, as people who are interested in tarot, can discern better on who to get readings from, who are legitimate and who are fake, and who's going to give you the best. Now, just because a reader too, by the way, doesn't get everything right, does not mean they're a scam artist. And we'll go over that as well in other videos. But for me, just so I can summarize, I did learn all of these things for myself. And then I started to figure out, let me just read for myself. Let me learn this. So once I learned the history, got a vibe for how to tell where readers were real or not real, who is the scam artists and who weren't, I was like, well, let me just read for myself. So that's when I started to learn the 78 tarot cards, how to read the different readings, the different spreads. Celtic Cross is my favorite. The difference between tarot cards, oracle cards, how to utilize them, how to get the messages, what's safe about it, what's not safe about it, whether it was religious, not religious, good, is God going to be mad at me, not mad at me. I did all the research, learned everything there was to learn about it to protect myself. And now I want to share it with you so that you can also protect yourself and go to only legitimate tarot readers and legitimate people who know what they're doing. And that does not mean they're always going to be 100% accurate, but like I said, that'll be another video on how to give them, some grace for not being 100%. And I can go over examples of that because I have done thousands of readings. I've done readings on famous people, influential people, business people, big CEOs. I have literally done so many cold readings so that I could really test whether I knew what I was doing or not. So we're going to go over all that as well in other readings. But I just want you to know that in my journey to tarot, I literally did the research. I'm a scientific person. I'm a scientific girl by nature. I did it. And I came up with, yes, there's fraudsters out there. Yes, there's scammers. But you know what? There is truth in this tarot. There's truth in this tool. And there's benefits to people if used appropriately. So we'll go over all of that, obviously, in future episodes. But the final thing for my journey is, how did I wind up making tarot cards? Because when I'm doing these readings and I'm like, I need a deck for this and a deck for that. And I'm like, I don't have it. So I was like, let me start creating them. And I love to create things. I love designing. So it just made perfect sense. So a lot of my stuff has been focused on creating decks that are not out there. So whether it be Oracle or Tarot. So check out my Etsy shop. Check out what I designed. Check out the page. Look to see what I've been working on, because I do love it. And if you have an idea of a deck you wish you had that you hadn't, you want me to create it, let me know. Or if you want to know how I create decks, I'm here to share everything I've learned and everything I have to any of those who are also passionate about tarot. So like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check out next Tuesday for Tarot Talk Tuesday, where we start to go into some of these other topics, okay? But this is my journey. This is how I got into tarot. This is how I got into designing cards. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.